Welcome to Passion Travel. Join us as we explore fascinating destinations, uncover hidden gems, and embark on unforgettable journeys. Subscribe now and ignite your passion for travel. Fried plantains, sometimes offered by vendors specializing in Caribbean cuisine. Fried plantains are a delicious and simple dish to prepare. Here's what you need. Ingredients. Plantains, 2 to 3 ripe plantains. The riper the plantains, the sweeter they will be. Yellow with some black spots is ideal for sweetness. Oil, vegetable oil, canola oil, or any neutral oil suitable for frying. You'll need enough to submerge the plantains, or at least a few inches deep in the pan. Optional ingredients for added flavor. Salt, a pinch for seasoning after frying. Seasonings, for a twist, you can add a sprinkle of cinnamon, paprika, or garlic powder. Sweetener, if you prefer extra sweetness, a touch of brown sugar can be sprinkled on the fried plantains. Instructions. Peel the plantains, cut off the ends of the plantains, then make a lengthwise slit in the skin. Gently peel off the skin, trying not to remove too much of the flesh. Slice the plantains, cut the plantains into slices. You can choose the thickness based on your preference. Thicker slices will be softer inside, while thinner slices will be crispier. Heat the oil, pour enough oil into a frying pan to cover the bottom by about 1 to 2 inches. Heat the oil over medium heat until it's hot. You can test it by dropping a small piece of plantain in the oil, it should sizzle. Fry the plantains, carefully place the plantain slices into the hot oil. Don't overcrowd the pan, fry in batches if necessary. Cook the plantains for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side or until they are golden brown and crispy. Drain and season. Use a slotted spoon to remove the fried plantains from the oil and place them on paper towels to drain excess oil. While they are still hot, sprinkle with a pinch of salt or any other seasoning you like. Serve. Enjoy the fried plantains hot as a snack or side dish. They can be served plain or with a dip like guacamole, salsa, or a spicy mayo. Vlaamse Frites, Belgian-style fries, known for their double frying and crispy texture. Vlaamse Frites, or Belgian fries, are renowned for their crispy exterior and fluffy interior. They are typically double fried for that perfect texture. Here's a guide on how to prepare them. Ingredients. Potatoes, 4 large russet potatoes. Russets are ideal for fries due to their high starch content. Oil, for frying, you'll need a neutral oil with a high smoke point, such as vegetable oil, canola oil, or sunflower oil. Salt, for seasoning. Optional vinegar, ketchup, or mayonnaise for serving. Instructions. Preparation. Peel and cut potatoes. Peel the potatoes and cut them into thick matchstick shapes, about 1/4 to 1/2 inch wide. For the best results, try to make the pieces as uniform as possible. Soak the potatoes. Place the cut potatoes in a large bowl of cold water. Soak them for at least 30 minutes, or up to 24 hours if you want to prepare them in advance. Soaking helps to remove excess starch, which contributes to a crispier fry. Drain and dry. After soaking, drain the potatoes and pat them dry thoroughly with a clean kitchen towel. Removing excess moisture is crucial to prevent oil splatters and to ensure crispiness. Frying. Heat the oil. Fill a large, heavy-bottomed pot or deep fryer with enough oil to submerge the fries. Heat the oil to 325 degrees Fahrenheit 160 degrees Celsius. If you don't have a thermometer, you can test the oil by dropping in a small piece of potato. It should sizzle gently. First frying, blanching, working in batches. Carefully add a portion of the potato strips to the hot oil. Fry them for about 3 to 4 minutes until they are soft, but not yet browned. This step cooks the potatoes through without crisping them. Remove the fries with a slotted spoon and drain them on paper towels. Increase oil temperature. Raise the oil temperature to 375 degrees Fahrenheit 190 degrees Celsius for the second fry. Second frying, crisping again, in batches. Return the blanched fries to the hot oil. Fry them for an additional 2 to 3 minutes or until they are golden brown and crispy. Remove with a slotted spoon and drain on paper towels. Season. While the fries are still hot, season them with salt. You can also add other seasonings to taste if desired. Serving. Serve hot. Serve the Vlaamse Frites immediately while they are still hot and crispy. They are often enjoyed with a variety of sauces, such as mayonnaise, ketchup, or a tangy vinegar. Fresh juices and smoothies often available from fruit vendors or juice bars. Fresh juices and smoothies are a fantastic way to enjoy fruits, vegetables, and other nutritious ingredients. Here's how to make them. Fresh juices. Basic fresh juice. Ingredients. Fruits and/or vegetables. Examples include oranges, apples, carrots, celery, and beets. Use whatever is fresh and in season. Water optional, to adjust consistency. Lemon/lime juice optional, for added flavor and freshness. Sweetener optional, such as honey or agave syrup. Instructions. Prepare the ingredients, wash and peel fruits and vegetables as needed. Cut them into pieces that will fit into your juicer or blender. Juicing. If using a juicer, feed the pieces into the machine according to the manufacturer's instructions. If using a blender, blend the ingredients until smooth. Strain. If needed. If you used a blender, you may want to strain the juice through a fine mesh sieve or cheesecloth to remove the pulp. Adjust flavor. Taste the juice. If it needs sweetness, add a little honey or agave syrup. For a tangier flavor, add a splash of lemon or lime juice. Serve. Serve immediately over ice or chilled. Flavor combinations. Orange carrot, orange juice with fresh carrots. Apple celery, apple and celery for a refreshing taste. Beet ginger, beet juice with a hint of fresh ginger. Smoothies. Basic fruit smoothie. Ingredients. Fruits. Examples include bananas, berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, mango, or pineapple. Liquid options include milk, dairy or plant-based like almond or oat, yogurt, or fruit juice. Sweetener optional, such as honey, agave syrup, or a pitted date. Add-ins optional, such as a handful of spinach or kale, chia seeds, flax seeds, or protein powder. Instructions. Prepare the ingredients, wash and cut the fruit into chunks. If using frozen fruit, no need to thaw it. Blend. Combine the fruit, liquid, and any add-ins in a blender. Blend until smooth. Adjust consistency. If the smoothie is too thick, add more liquid until you reach the desired consistency. If too thin, add more fruit or a few ice cubes and blend again. Taste and sweeten. Taste the smoothie. Adjust sweetness if needed by adding honey, agave syrup, or a date. Serve. Pour into glasses and serve immediately. Turkish pizza, Lahmacun, thin flatbread topped with minced meat and vegetables. Turkish pizza, also known as Lahmacun, is a delicious and versatile flatbread topped with a spiced meat mixture. It's a popular street food in Turkey and can be enjoyed with various toppings and condiments. Here's how to make it. Ingredients. For the dough. All-purpose flour, 3½ cups, 440 grams. Warm water, 1½ cups, 360 milliliters. Active dry yeast, 2¼ teaspoons, 1 packet. Sugar, 1 tablespoon. Salt, 1 teaspoon. Olive oil, 2 tablespoons. For the topping. Ground beef or lamb, 1 pound, 450 grams. Onion, 1 small, finely chopped. Tomato, 1 medium, finely chopped. Green bell pepper, 1 small, finely chopped. Garlic, 2 cloves, minced. Tomato paste, 2 tablespoons. Paprika, 1 teaspoon. Cumin, 1/2 teaspoon. Red pepper flakes, 1/2 teaspoon, optional, for heat. Salt and pepper, to taste. Fresh parsley, 2 tablespoons, chopped, for garnish. For serving. Lemon wedges, for squeezing. Fresh parsley or mint leaves, for garnish. Sliced tomatoes and cucumbers optional, for serving. Instructions. Making the dough. Activate the yeast. In a small bowl, combine warm water, sugar, and yeast. Let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes until frothy. Mix the dough. In a large bowl, combine flour and salt. Make a well in the center and pour in the yeast mixture and olive oil. Mix until a dough forms. Knead the dough, transfer the dough to a floured surface and knead for about 5 to 7 minutes until smooth and elastic. Rise, place the dough in a lightly oiled bowl, cover it with a damp cloth or plastic wrap, and let it rise in a warm place for about 1 hour, or until doubled in size. Preparing the topping. Prepare the meat mixture. In a large bowl, combine ground beef or lamb with onion, tomato, green bell pepper, garlic, tomato paste, paprika, cumin, red pepper flakes, salt, and pepper. Mix well. Assembling and baking. Preheat the oven. Preheat your oven to 475 degrees Fahrenheit, 245 degrees Celsius. If you have a pizza stone, place it in the oven to heat up. Divide and roll out the dough. Punch down the risen dough and divide it into 4 to 6 equal portions. Roll each portion out into a thin, round shape on a floured surface, about 1/8 inch thick. Spread the topping. Place the rolled dough onto a baking sheet or preheated pizza stone. Evenly spread a thin layer of the meat mixture over each piece of dough. Bake. Bake in the preheated oven for 10 to 12 minutes, or until the edges are crispy and the topping is cooked through. Garnish and serve. Remove from the oven and let cool slightly. Garnish with fresh parsley or mint leaves. Serve with lemon wedges and optional sides like sliced tomatoes and cucumbers. Dutch licorice. Though not always hot, you might find street vendors selling a variety of Dutch licorice. Dutch licorice, or drop as it's known in the Netherlands, is a popular treat with a distinctive flavor that ranges from sweet to salty and even herbal. The Dutch have a long-standing love for licorice, and it's available in a variety of forms and flavors. Here's a guide to understanding and enjoying Dutch licorice. Types of Dutch licorice. Sweet licorice, zoet drop. Flavor, mildly sweet with a hint of licorice root. Examples, traditional black licorice candies that are chewy and soft. Salty licorice, zout drop. Flavor, salty and tangy with a pronounced licorice flavor. Examples, licorice pieces coated in ammonium chloride, salmiak, which gives it a distinctive salty taste. Herbal licorice. Flavor, includes various herbs and spices, creating complex and unique flavors. Examples, licorice that is infused with flavors such as aniseed or fennel. Mix of licorice. Flavor, a variety of flavors in one package, combining sweet, salty, and herbal notes. Examples, assorted bags with different shapes and flavors, such as wheels, squares, or sticks. Ingredients used in Dutch licorice. Licorice root extract, the primary flavoring agent, providing the distinct licorice taste. Sugar, for sweetness. Ammonium chloride, salmiak, used in salty licorice to give it a characteristic salty flavor. Glucose syrup, adds sweetness and improves texture. Gelatin or pectin, used as a gelling agent for chewy textures. Flavorings, additional flavors such as aniseed, fennel, or other herbal extracts. How to enjoy Dutch licorice. Snack on it. Dutch licorice is commonly enjoyed as a standalone snack. It can be an acquired taste, especially the salty varieties, so it's worth trying a few different types to see which you like best. Pair with beverages. Licorice pairs well with tea or coffee, especially if you have a sweet or mild licorice type. In baking, finely chopped or ground licorice can be used to flavor cakes, cookies, or ice creams. Gifting. Dutch licorice makes an interesting gift for candy lovers and those interested in trying unique international treats. Where to find Dutch licorice. Specialty stores. Look for international or Dutch specialty stores. Online. Many online retailers and Dutch food shops offer a variety of licorice options. Supermarkets in the Netherlands. If you're visiting the Netherlands, you can find Dutch licorice in most supermarkets and specialty candy shops. Trying Dutch licorice. Start with sweet licorice. If you're new to licorice, start with the sweeter varieties to get a feel for the flavor. Explore salty licorice. Once you're comfortable, try the salty types for a more authentic Dutch experience. Experiment. There are many varieties, so sampling a mix can be a fun way to discover what you like. Kibbeling, battered and deep-fried fish pieces, usually served with a garlic sauce. Kibbeling is a popular Dutch street food consisting of bite-sized pieces of deep-fried fish, typically cod, served with a tangy garlic sauce. It's a favorite snack in the Netherlands, especially around coastal areas. Here's how to prepare and enjoy kibbeling. Ingredients. For the fish: cod fillets 1 pound, 450 grams, cut into bite-sized chunks. You can also use other white fish like haddock or pollock. Flour 1 cup, 120 grams, for dredging. Cornstarch 1/4 cup, 30 grams, for a crispier coating. Baking powder 1 teaspoon for extra lightness in the batter. Salt and pepper to taste. Cold sparkling water 1 cup, 240 milliliters, for the batter, substitute with cold water if unavailable. Egg 1, beaten, for the batter. For the batter: all-purpose flour 1 cup, 120 grams. Cornstarch 1/4 cup, 30 grams. Baking powder 1 teaspoon. Salt 1/2 teaspoon. Cold sparkling water 1 cup, 240 milliliters. Egg 1, beaten. For the garlic sauce: mayonnaise 1/2 cup, 120 milliliters. Garlic 2 cloves, minced. Lemon juice 1 tablespoon. Salt and pepper to taste. Instructions. Prepare the fish. Cut the cod fillets into bite-sized pieces. Pat them dry with paper towels to remove excess moisture. Season and dredge. Season the fish pieces with salt and pepper. Dredge them lightly in flour and cornstarch mixture, shaking off excess. Make the batter. Mix dry ingredients. In a large bowl, combine the flour, cornstarch, baking powder, and salt. Add wet ingredients. Make a well in the center, add the beaten egg and sparkling water, or cold water, and whisk until smooth. The batter should be thick enough to coat the fish, but still runny. Heat the oil. Prepare for frying. Heat about 2 inches of oil in a deep pan or fryer to 350 degrees Fahrenheit 175 degrees Celsius. You can test the temperature by dropping a small amount of batter into the oil. It should sizzle and rise to the surface. Fry the fish. Dip and fry. Dip each piece of fish into the batter, allowing excess to drip off, then carefully place into the hot oil. Fry in batches, to avoid overcrowding. Cook for 3 to 4 minutes or until golden brown and crispy. Drain. Use a slotted spoon to remove the fish from the oil and place them on paper towels to drain excess oil. Prepare the garlic sauce. Mix ingredients. In a small bowl, mix together mayonnaise, minced garlic, lemon juice, salt, and pepper. Adjust seasoning to taste. Serve. Serve hot. Serve the kibbeling hot, with a side of garlic sauce for dipping. You can also garnish with a sprinkle of fresh parsley if desired. Pannenkoeken, Dutch pancakes that can be sweet or savory, often served as street food in some spots. Pannenkoeken are Dutch pancakes that are larger and thinner than American pancakes, but thicker and more substantial than crepes. They are versatile and can be enjoyed sweet or savory, making them a beloved dish in the Netherlands. Here's a guide to making both classic and savory pannenkoeken. Classic Dutch pannenkoeken recipe. Ingredients: all-purpose flour, 2 cups, 250 grams. Milk, 2 cups, 480 milliliters. Eggs, 2 large. Salt, 1/2 teaspoon. Butter or oil, for frying, about 2 tablespoons. Optional, 1 to 2 tablespoons sugar for a sweet version. Instructions. Prepare the batter. In a large bowl, whisk together the flour and salt, and sugar if making sweet pannenkoeken. In another bowl, whisk the eggs and milk together until well combined. Gradually add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients, whisking continuously to avoid lumps. The batter should be smooth and slightly runny. Heat the pan. Heat a non-stick skillet or frying pan over medium heat. Add a small amount of butter or oil and swirl it around to coat the pan evenly. Cook the pannenkoeken. Pour a ladleful of batter into the pan and tilt the pan to spread the batter evenly into a thin layer. Cook for about 2 to 3 minutes until the edges start to lift and the bottom is golden brown. You can check by gently lifting the edge with a spatula. Flip the pannenkoek and cook for another 1 to 2 minutes on the other side until golden brown. Serve. Remove from the pan and keep warm while you cook the remaining pannenkoeken. Serve with toppings of your choice, such as powdered sugar, syrup, fresh fruit, or fruit compote. Savory pannenkoeken variations. Ingredients for savory fillings: cooked ham or bacon, diced. Cheese, shredded, such as Gouda, cheddar, or Swiss. Onions, finely chopped. Mushrooms, sliced and sautéed. Spinach, fresh or wilted. Instructions. Prepare the savory fillings. Prepare your choice of fillings in advance. For example, sauté onions and mushrooms until soft, or cook ham and bacon. Add fillings to batter. Once you've poured the batter into the pan, sprinkle your choice of fillings evenly over the surface before flipping. Cook and serve. Cook as usual, flipping once until the pannenkoek is golden and the cheese, if used, is melted.